Okay, y'all. Yesterday was the 8th day of Christmas, and I pulled out of my bag yesterday, and I got this little, it's
Two of
called
them.
a,
Drone, sky
it's
drone,
a sky drone. And
for you and the kids.
for
Two of
me
them.
and the kids. As a matter of fact, I got two, one for me and one for the kids. And so when they come tomorrow, we're going to have fun with my little sky drone here. So, all right. Now that was a good gift right there. All right. Today is 7 days till Christmas. So I get to pull again. All right. I'm going to pull this big one right here.
Okay.
I'm just going to go ahead and get it out of the way. Oh, how beautiful. Look at that, y'all. Roy knows I love beautiful dishes.
Well,
That is so pretty.
you like to put your dishes on the video
I
on pretty
do.
plates, and
Yes,
that's a
I
very unique
do.
plate right
That
there.
is a very unique plate. Thank you,
Yeah,
honey.
you hold it up in front of people and hypnotize them.
Thank you. Now that's a good because I really love pretty
Okay.
things.
Try this
All
one.
right. How many more did I get? I'm gonna do like Kale. I'm going
Go to the
all the way
bottom.
to the bottom. Yeah. Oh, y'all know I wear my hair up. You never see it down because it's so long. So hair clips. Always use hair clips. Always.
All right.
Did I
Try
get?
again.
Oh, I get another one. Hey, y'all. I'm used to this 3 now. All right, I'm going to the bottom. Okay. USB cable for my cell phone. Okay.
You're
Now
always needing. You don't
that's
have enough
another
in the
good
kitchen.
one.
You got them, but they're short. The ones in the
Yeah,
kitchen are short,
yeah.
so I got you some long ones. But
Okay,
anyway.
that's another good one.
Okay. How many days till Christmas now?
Let's see, 7.
7.
It's next Monday. Today
Okay, you
week.
can have one more out of
One
here.
more. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this big one right here. It's in
Oh
here.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow. Rechargeable 1300 lumens flashlight. We are all the time, y'all. We are all the time looking for flashlights. And most of them that we have, the batteries are dead. This one is rechargeable. I know it's right beside my bed. Oh wow. And it's small. I like that. I've seen the big ones like this.
Yeah, it shines out the sides if you sit it up, and it
And
shines forward if
oh
you
honey, this is
want
a
to do that one.
nice gift.
Oh, I know. All my gifts are nice. You're the one that says some of them are worthless. I didn't say they were worthless.
Thank you, baby.
But that's all right, darling.
Mm.
You can call them worthless if you
No,
want to.
no. I love the ones I got today are really good. All of them are. So thank y'all.
Christmas is a coming. That's all I can tell you.
Christmas is coming.
Hey,
That's right.
she'll wind up with nothing for Christmas.
That's all right. Today is our daughter's birthday, and she lives in Maine. And one of her favorite things to eat of all things, one of them is cookless fruitcake. My mama made it the whole time I was growing up. I was raised on cookless fruitcake. And so I'm going to make her one today and we'll send it to her. She'll have it by Christmas. And it's going to be her birthday and her Christmas, kind of. But I talked to her this morning. She said, "Oh, Mom, you know that's my absolute favorite." I said, "I know it is, honey." So, all right, let me get all my stuff together. I've got some of it behind me, and then we will be back and we're going to make this cookless fruitcake together.
Here we go again, Grandmama.
Good morning, y'all. Monday, exactly 7 days before Christmas. Good morning. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. Today is my oldest daughter's birthday. She lives in Maine, and one of her favorite things is a cookless fruitcake. My mama made it. I mean, I grew up on it. So I'm going to make her a cookless fruitcake. I called her this morning. I said, honey, I'm making you a cookless fruitcake, and I'm going to send it to you. So,
Well, let's make a disclaimer about it right off the bat. It is not sugar-free.
oh no, of course not.
But let me tell you something. I can eat about 10 pounds of this on the day of Christmas and about 4 pounds every day after if she made it. And I used to eat it all Christmas, but it's just got so much sugar now. We don't eat the sugar like that. And she hadn't experimented and made a non-sugar one yet, so we'll see.
Well, you can't make a non-sugar one because it's got everything in it is sugar. So
Yeah, you just have to use discretion if you're going to make one of these. But they are so wonderful to eat for holidays, and traditions are worth something.
okay. Uh, in it, I'm going to be doing a lot in my food processor, so I'm just going to give you the ingredients and then I'll chop everything else up and we'll come back. It'll just be a matter of putting it together. We've got a pound of Ritz honey grahams. You can use vanilla wafers if you want to. Mom always used graham crackers. We've got pecans, and I'm going to put about 2 cups of those. Marshmallows, you can use miniature or the big ones. 16 ounces of maraschino cherries, and I drained the juice. Now, I will use some of the juice, but I went ahead and drained it anyway. And evaporated milk. Some people use condensed milk, but to me, it's already got so much sugar in it, I don't want the condensed milk. The condensed milk is that has a lot of sugar in it. And I am rehydrating some raisins. I had some raisins. And if y'all have raisins that shrivel up and get a little dehydrated, all you do is soak them in like hot water for like 30 minutes. And that's what I'm doing with these. And so I'm going to use raisins. And that's basically everything that's in it. I'm going to put some milk in my bowl with my marshmallows, and this is a pound of marshmallows. No, this is 10 ounces of marshmallows. I'm going to melt them, grind in my food processor. I'm on my nuts, my graham crackers, and then we'll be back. We're going to put this together.
You got any ready? I'll start eating it.
No, this is a 12-ounce can of milk. I put about a half of it, which is 6 ounces. And I put my marshmallows and put it for 1.5 minutes. And this
in the microwave.
In the microwave, and it's still got a few lumps, and I want it that way because you keep this in the refrigerator, and you'll just have a few little white lumps of marshmallow in it. So, all right, to this. Now, this is 1 pound of graham crackers that's going in. Now, this is going to be sticky, so, and you're going to have to get your hands in it, but that's all right. All right, to this is 1 16-ounce jar of maraschino cherries drained. And I did everything in my food processor back here, but I wasn't going to make y'all stay on for all that.
So you chop the cherries up.
I chopped the cherries, I chopped the nuts, the graham crackers. Okay, now.
Ooh. You sure you're not ready to sample?
If y'all could smell this.
Oh
my goodness.
And remember, we don't have to cook this to eat it, honey. I can taste that anytime you need.
Sometimes I put spice in it. I don't think I'm going to today. All right, now to this. This is 2 cups of raisins. I'm not sure I'm going to put them in. These are the ones I rehydrated. I'm not sure I'm going to put all the raisins in it. That's about 1 cup. And this is about 4 cups of nuts. I I'll put the recipe down in the description box and let you know exactly how much I put of everything. I go by looks a lot of times, the way I know it should look. And by that, I mean, I can tell by the way it looks with how many raisins, how many nuts, how many cherries.
I can go by the taste of it.
I'm going to taste of it and see if I think I want to put any spice in it, like cinnamon. Cinnamon is the only thing. I would put just a little, maybe. Nope. I'm not. Nope. That is that flavor right there. I'm not going to put any more nuts. I'm not going to put any more. Sometimes I put a little cherry juice. I think I'm going to put just a little bit. That's like.
Marshmallows already have the vanilla in them, don't they?
Mm-hmm. They do, yeah. That's like 2 tablespoons of cherry juice. Cherry juice just gives it that really, really, I don't know. It just ups the flavor of just a little bit. It's not enough that you would think it would make a difference, but it does. Okay, honey, I'm going to let you taste. Oh, my. Is that it? I'm not going to put any more raisins. I know that. And that was like a good cup of raisins.
If you really want to please a fella, give him fruitcake that's full of marshmallow. I would put a little more cherry juice.
Well, I don't want it to be too loose.
I know.
Because I got to roll this out. Not roll it out, but get it into a shape.
Woo.
All right.
Land of mercy with coffee.
I usually do them in like loaf pans, but since I'm sending this one to her, I think I'm just going to form it in like a kind of a dish shape and send it in a little tin. I'm not sure. But I got to get some wax paper out and figure out how I'm going to do this first, and then we'll be right back. Okay, y'all. I sprayed wax paper with cooking spray, and I'm putting it down in my loaf pan. I'm going to put this in the freezer and let it freeze. And when it freezes, I'll pull this paper out and then transfer it to a container that I'm going to send to Jill. And it's really, really cold where she is, so going through the mail, it's gonna be cold. I mean, it's not gonna it will mail real good. So, all right, I've got enough for a small one. So what I'll do is I'll come back after this freezes and I'll show you what it looks like. But we're going to go ahead and taste of it. Well, we've already tasted of it, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah, we've already tasted of it. But you just smooth it out, and you can use a little water right here. And if you want to do this with your hands, just put a little water in a bowl like this. Put water on your hands or a little oil, and you'll be able to work with it. If you just want to make it in logs or whatever, but I want to do mine in a loaf pan. So, all right. Now you can put pecans on top. You can put cherries on top to dress it up, ever what you want to do. But this is the way that we eat it right here. And so I'm going to leave it just like this.
And it's easy to get to exactly the way you like it with your ingredients because you don't have to cook it. You just keep sampling until you like more raisins, put more in.
Put more raisins, more nuts.
Nuts, marshmallows. Just keep adjusting it to your family's taste.
Okay. I'm going to stick this in the freezer. I've got too. All right. I've got a smaller loaf pan. I'm going to put the rest of this in for us. I'm going to send this to Jill right here. So, that is so good. Once it freezes, I'll come back and I'll show you just how. What I'll do is this one I will not cut. The little one here, after it freezes, I'll come back and show you how we're going to cut it, how it turns out. So we'll see you back in a little bit. Okay. I've got my other one in the freezer, but I thought I would come back and show you how you can make this into a roll. I sprayed my wax paper, and you can use parchment paper, but I sprayed my wax paper with cooking spray, and you just take your wax paper and you just roll it and keep rolling it and just shape it into a roll like that. And then you pull your wax paper off and you got a little roll just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze mine in this wax paper because my wax paper is sprayed with cooking spray. So I'm just going to freeze mine in the wax paper. Put it just like that. So when you take it out of the freezer, all you got to do is unroll it. After it freezes, though, you want to wrap it in like plastic wrap and then aluminum foil because wax paper will not protect it in the freezer. And you do want to keep it in the freezer. So the day that you're going to serve it, take it out of the freezer, put it in the refrigerator, so it'll just be easier to cut. And when you cut it, wet your knife with hot water and it'll cut right through it. So, all right, we're going to put this in the freezer and we'll be back as soon as it freezes.
Here we are again.
Here we are again.
Woo.
Okay.
Now, let me tell them how good this is.
Okay.
If I was going on a trip at Christmas time and there wasn't room for Rose and this cookless fruitcake, I will leave it to you to guess which one would get to stay home. But I'll give you a clue. It wouldn't be the fruitcake.
Y'all see this? It's still not frozen solid, but I wanted to go ahead and finish up this video so I could get it uploaded. Now,
it's chilled.
It's chilled through and through, but you want it frozen. Use a really sharp knife and don't smash down when you cut it. Just kind of saw through it like that.
The more it's frozen, the more you can mash.
Look. Oh my.
Oh gracious.
Look at that.
Now you see why I would leave her home? Yeah. But I got news for you. She'd leave me home too.
Y'all. This is so good.
Oh man. Snacking in the car on a trip.
This is delicious. If you've never made one, if you've never had one, make it one time. Just one time. And if you don't like it, then that's fine. Give it to somebody else.
It's a tradition in our family. And you know, a family food culture has traditional dishes in it.
Yes,
and
they
this
do.
one happens to have sugar.
Yeah.
Now she could figure out how to cook it without sugar. But
you can't because it's got graham crackers, it's got sweet cherries.
It would be hard.
You can't. I mean, some things you just have to.
It's part of your family tradition.
Bite the bullet and go with it.
And don't eat it all the time. And remember, volume counts. So
okay.
You just can't keep eating. It's your
y'all
second piece.
No, you got 3/4 of my first piece. If y'all like raisins and nuts and cherries and marshmallows and graham crackers,
just goodness.
You're going to love this one.
And you do not have to cook it.
Jill, honey, I'm putting yours in the mail in the morning, so you should have it by Christmas. Thank y'all for joining me this morning. Food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. Make you some delicious cookless fruitcake.